Hi class, today what I want to do is quickly discuss how we will be using Padlet as our online platform for discussion of mice and men. So first, we're going to be using this so that students from all of my sections are able to discuss and share their ideas. And second, so that students who are attending class virtually, they can also contribute to the discussion. These posts will be graded from time to time, so whenever I ask you to make a post, the expectation is that you're making a post because you're never going to know which post I grade. The expectation is that whenever you're asked to do it, you oblige and participate in classroom discussion, whether you are in class or out of class physically. So if I can draw your attention to a few things, the first thing I want to point out is if you look over to the yellow box, right over here, the title is Mrs. Lamonksa, and it says, how do I write an appropriate response to an entry? The purpose of holding a class discussion via Padlet is so that all students can share their ideas, hear their peers' perspectives, and respectfully agree or disagree with one another, whether they are physically present in class or attending virtually. So again, make sure that you are participating. The next portion of information below this is giving you some direction on how to format the post. So you'll see that I have a number here, and it says when you submit a comment, be sure to include your name at the beginning of the entry, just like I have my name here. For many of you, because you didn't create this Padlet, it'll say anonymous. You're going to have to actually go back and add your name. Make sure you do. Okay, if you don't add your name, you don't get credit from me. I need to see that you actually have your name within this post that you're making. Okay, all posts should also be labeled with numbers in chronological order. And it says see above, just like I put a number 1 before I started making this post. Lastly, use proper capitalization, punctuation, and spelling to earn full points. So bottom line is we are not texting one another in here. This is not the same as a text. This is an online platform, a formal discussion that we're having among the different classes, and you need to treat it as that, okay? So please don't think of this as texting a friend or something like that. We need to make sure you're using complete sentences, you're capitalizing your I's, you're using proper punctuation, and you're being respectful of one another. Okay? And that's what we're going to do during this online discussion. You'll also notice that I have for each category them labeled like chapter 1, another chapter 1, chapter 2. The novella goes to 6 chapters, so if I just scroll down, you'll see that all 6 chapters are represented. Okay, all 6 chapters. And then there's also some columns here that are general questions about the novella, okay, that you will answer after reading the entire story. Also, you'll see that we have one labeled background information. This is actually going to be the first column in which you post on, where it says background information. Now that you have previewed several types of information about the historical background portrayed in the novella and information about the author, John Steinbeck, make a prediction about the themes. What themes do you believe we will examine in the story? And again, so what you're going to do is you're going to click add a comment right here. First thing you're going to do is type your name there. Okay, it shows my picture, but that's not going to be the case when you're on this Padlet. You're going to type your name, and then you're going to label it a number. You'll start with number 1, and then whatever feedback you have is what you're going to type there. Okay? And that is how we are going to use this Padlet. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.